This is John for John'sBeat.com. I'm at Barbed Wire City premiere, the Midwest premiere. It's Pickwick. I'm with John and Kevin. You guys are heavily involved.
Co-directors.
Co-directors. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to see here tonight?
Well, it's a documentary about Extreme Championship Wrestling. It deals a lot with the subculture that they created. It was a real holistic approach. Like, it's got fans spotlighted, it's got wrestlers, it's got front office staff and journalists that covered and talked to Paul Heyman and the wrestlers during that time period to give kind of a context to everything.
Now, why did you guys want to do this?
Well, I did. He didn't.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I
don't want to do it all. I got suckered into it.
Well,
no.
I grew up an hour outside of Philly, so I was aware of ECW pretty early on, and I got to go to some of the shows locally, and then finally the arena. And the original idea was to do something about the subculture that Show Days created at the ECW arena. It was like a really crazy atmosphere before shows, obviously during shows, and then at the Travel Lodge after the shows. And it kind of spiraled from there, and then we wanted to do. We just wanted to do a serious documentary about, pro wrestling, company that had done something that had a huge impact on the business, but didn't really reap the benefits of it.
Now, Kevin, you said you got dragged into it.
Yeah.
How did you get dragged into it?
Well, me and John had made a couple films together beforehand that were just sort of,
We've
shorter
been stuff
projects.
since we were two.
Right.
Yeah, practically.
And John was a wrestling fan. I'd never watched wrestling past a little bit when I was a kid. But I mean, when I say a little bit, I mean very little bit. Like when I was a kid at his house and he was watching wrestling. So just through knowing John, he would tell me about it and he would explain it to me. Because I mean, like a lot of people who don't watch wrestling, I was just like, I don't get it. It's fake fighting. I don't know what I'm looking at. But I mean, he did. As John would tell me more about it and got me to appreciate what was really happening and what's going on, I recognized there would be something that you could make an interesting documentary about if you're actually trying to. I mean, my big thing through the whole process was trying to get people that don't know anything about wrestling to be interested in this story. So that was my focus, and trying to. I think we help keep each other on track pretty well with making sure we get a balance between something that fans can enjoy and also something that people that don't know anything about it can enjoy.
I was going to say, it's a good balance. You got a wrestling fan and a non-wrestling fan. Have you guys heard from other wrestlers about any other wrestlers talk to you about seeing this already?
Oh yeah. Blue Meanie's a good friend of ours, and he's seen it 16 to 20 times at this point. He texts or calls me every time he watches it. Who else has seen it? I don't know. We just
Shane Douglas was at the Philly premiere. And
Shane saw it. Well, he saw it the week before too.
Right.
Tony DeVito,
came to the
he really liked it. Some people who weren't even in the film, like Francine, reached out to us and said she saw it. It was really touching to her. Somebody we found out today shed a tear. Who's a big gruff guy, so we can't say his name. But he really appreciated it.
But was he in ECW?
Yeah, he's in the movie. He's in the movie.
All right, there is a few clues. Are you guys working on anything else after this now? Is there any future projects, wrestling or not?
It probably won't be wrestling. No, we're fighting over what we're going to do yet. I don't want to give the ideas away.
Okay.
But there's 4 or 5 ideas. We're just trying to figure out what the next step is. Our big thing is, this is really a film about a niche subculture. And humanizing something that could be misunderstood by a lot of people. We're very dismissive of it. And that's the kind of genre that we kind of see ourselves in within the documentary field right now.
Okay.
So we're looking for stories that humanize something that's misunderstood, that's kind of a niche subculture thing.
And for fans that wanted more information on the movie or you guys, where can they look on the web?
You can go to barbedwirecity.com for all the information about what we're doing, upcoming film festivals that we're putting it into. You can buy a DVD there in our store. You can get a direct download instantly like that. T-shirts, posters, stuff like that. And I write a blog once or twice a month about the journey of doing this and everything.
And that's on barbedwirecity.com?
barbedwirecity.com.
Fans, check it out. I'm excited about seeing it. I'm going to see it in a few minutes. Thank you guys. Thanks for coming, and thanks for doing the film, man. We're really looking forward to it.
Thank you, John.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.